The conference I'm looking forward to most is, if I'm being real, I'm kind of looking forward to the Big 12. Because I want to see the Oklahoma State men and even the women in their what should be their final form. Because they didn't do anything during pre-nets weekend. We saw them run well at Cowboy Jamboree. The women were kind of, cook and row. That's like the big one, too. Let's see how they do when it's a championship on the line. Can they repeat their Cowboy Jamboree performance? And then the men, we haven't seen Isaid Rodriguez. We haven't seen Shea Foster, I don't believe, yet. We haven't seen – they have a really good miler. I forget his name. Good 3K runner, too. So I want to see Oklahoma State's men's final form and see if it actually is a legitimate contender to BYU and Stanford and maybe NAU. So number one conference I'm looking forward to watch is Big 12. Number two conference that I'm looking forward to watch. I'm kind of looking forward to watching the Big 10. You know why? Because, I feel like we're sleeping on Wisconsin. I feel like I'm sleeping on Wisconsin. Like you're sleeping on Wisconsin. They have a lot of good talent, guys. They have a lot of, Olin Hacker's not there anymore, I don't think. He would be like the 12th year senior. He's back. He's in Flagstaff right now, I believe, because he's with Hoka, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm excited to see the Wisconsin men, see what they can do, because even though we do have our big four of BYU, Stanford, Oklahoma State, and NAU, odds are those are going to be the four podium teams. There's got to be potentially someone who screws it up, like how Portland would always come in and find a way to get a podium. I think Wisconsin. Yeah. So I'm looking for a Big 10. Third conference I'm looking forward to watch is Pac-12, because it's the Pac-12, Stanford, see them, Colorado. It's just fun. Oregon, see what they do. But ultimately, this is really my number one. They're four in this ranking, but they're number one in my heart, is the West Coast Conference, Portland versus BYU. I always love watching that. They always they go all out. BYU always has Portland's number year in and year out.
You talking about the men's side?
The men's side. But every year I think Portland's going to win it, and then they don't.
Yeah.
And I think it again, maybe Portland finds a way to upset BYU in a weird format, but it is what it is. West Coast Conference is number 4. And then number 5, this will always be in my top 5. Can you guess?
Big Sky.
No.
SEC.
No.
ACC.
No.
Those are my top 3, so I don't know.
No, keep going.
Big East.
No. Which is live on Flow. So watch Big East Championships live on Flow.
Oh, Heps.
There you go. Ivy League.
Wow. You missed the 3 obvious ones. ACC. You want to see NC State.
What are we going to learn from ACC?
I just want to see who they run. I'm really curious to see who they run.
We've already seen who they run.
No.
We're not going to learn anything from the ACC Championships.
I want to see them. Mountain West.
What are we going to learn from New Mexico? Nothing.
I want to see if Mountain West can be the first team, or I want to see if New Mexico can be the first team, the women's team, to have a negative spread. Somehow their 5th runner is going to come in first before their first runner.
That would be impressive.
And we're going to be like, wait, what did Joe Franklin just do? Also on the list.
He clearly got the prototypes to these walking shoes.
West, Big Sky.
Okay.
NAU. Feels like a must-win.
Yeah, I mean, Montana State, they got some good guys.
Yeah. Feels like a must-win.
They got Duncan Hamilton. He's good. They got a few others.
SEC. Alabama women. The back half of that lineup.
Yeah.
Do they have somebody there that's come on late in the season who could get them onto the podium? So those are my top. That's 4. I gave you 4 conferences.
You did.